What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, back for another video, and this time you guys are going to be pretty darn happy because I am going back to basics, and by that I mean doing what I do best, which is stalking people. No, I'm not talking about exes on Facebook or any of that. I'm talking about stalking good old-fashioned bestsellers on Amazon, KDP, and telling you guys exactly how they got to where they are. And today's very first victim is none other than the infamous Jade Summer. And as I mentioned on this video, none of us really know who Jade Summer is. For all we know, it's a dude. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they do, but I do know that they are controlled by a pretty big publisher. And in today's videos, I'm going to show you guys how they manage to rank every single title that they bring out to the top of Amazon with one simple tool that most overlook. Now, I am going to go in depth into this tool, and in a future video I'm going to actually demystify it even more, but let's go ahead and let the stalking begin, right? So by the end of today, you'll understand how and why Jade Summer built a huge empire, and you'll know the exact tools that you need in order to build your very own empire. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road and let the stalking begin. All right, so first things first, we're going to jump into Amazon and explore what the empire created by Jade Summer has actually been able to attain. And like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you something that most people would have never discovered unless you watch this video, so you can see what Jade Summer has been gradually doing over time and why she is so famous among Amazon coloring enthusiasts. So all the coloring nerds bow down to Jade Summer because of one thing she's been doing. Actually, two things. So I'm going to show you at the end of this video. But first, let's go ahead and just jump into her books in particular. So I'm going to scroll down here. I don't want to charge her for any ads, even though hell I can. She's rich as fuck, right? But I'm going to click on Jade Summer right here. And once I'm in Jade Summer, obviously she has this author central thing. And I'm not going to mess with the popular ones because we know the popular ones. We've all seen them. We've all drooled over the actual numbers. We've all popped in this BSR into the book calculator, and we know she's making some bank. Like, girl is banking, whether it's a girl, whether it's a guy, I don't know what it is, whether it's an actual pen name. But I'm going to sort these babies by publication date. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm showing you guys the sheer number of actual books that she's coming out with on a month-to-month basis. Now let's take a look at this first one here. This one right here, which has 100 cute animals. We'd have to click into here to find out the actual publication date, but take a look at this. This one was just published on October 20th. So that's one for October 20th. Here's another one, October 20th. The publication date's right there. October 15th, so we're already at 3. Here's another October 15th, that's 4. Here's October 18th, that's 5. Here's October 1st, that's 6. September 24th, that's 7. September 17th, that's 8. So it looks like possibly about 8 different actual types of books every single month, like clockwork now. So you can go through this and see and verify at any one point she upped the amount that she rolls out. But here's the interesting thing. Notice that all the actual BSRs are pretty much in line with decent BSRs. Like, they're not anything in the millions. They're all selling pretty well. And if you actually click into them and start taking a look at what some of them do, like let's take a look at this mandala one. So I'm on this mandala one. And on this mandala one, we can take a look that it was published on September 3rd, 2020, and it already has 74 ratings. And let's take a look at the actual BSR on this baby. Right here, it's 94.21 in books, which means it's on fire right now. There's no other way of putting it. And if we actually look here, we can see the sales rank. We can also see the amount of sales. It basically started off selling at 17.23, which you might ask yourself, like, how does a book start from being born to all of a sudden ending up at 17.23 in BSR? And I'm going to show you how she actually does that at the end of this video. But first, let's go ahead and investigate more of what she does, not just on Amazon, but off of Amazon. So obviously, number one thing in her whole repertoire is producing a lot of content, right? Getting a lot of quality, good content. Now, I don't know if Jade Summer is just one artist or if it's a group of artists or her actually hiring artists out, but it definitely seems that each of the actual genres she's in, they have a definitive style that almost looks like, hey, that's Jade Summer's book, right? And so number one is getting out a lot of content. Let's go and jump into number two, which is just having a social media presence. Now, I have noticed, as I said, other people talking about Jade Summer out there in the YouTube world, and while they're right, she's got a lot of actual clout out, not only on Amazon, but off of Amazon. She's got this WordPress site or whatever kind of site it is, but take a look at some of the other things that she has. I'm going to click on over here into her community, and you're going to notice a couple, and I'm going to give you a teaser as to one of the things that she does. An email newsletter. Now, if we click into the email newsletter, it takes us to this join our email list, and you get an email. Here's the key. You get an email when new books are released each week. So I highly recommend, if any of you really want to decipher her whole funnel, to register here, join, and then take a look at what she's actually doing when these new books get released. Because this is one of the keys, and I'll show you what I mean a little bit later. But this is definitely one of the keys to when brand new books come out, her fans are alerted, and for them it's like, oh, hell, Jade just came out with another book, let's support her, right? Because they get to the point where they actually really seem like they know her. Now, she also has a Facebook group, a Facebook page, an Instagram, a Pinterest, a Twitter, and a YouTube, all of which have some posting to a certain degree or other. You can actually request to join the book, and there's some guidelines. So I would join that actual group, and you're going to see a lot of what I'm about to show you right now going on in the actual group. Now, she does have that Facebook page. It's got quite a bit of fans. Altogether, 33,000 people like Jade Summer. And here's the other key thing that she's doing that I found pretty fascinating. Take a look at this. So I'm not going to see more of Jade Summer. I'm just going to go down through here. But look at this. Coloring page of the day. Every single one of the posts that she has on here is a coloring page of the day, which means what she's basically doing is she's taking art that the fans color and then posting it and using it as content, repurposing it, honoring the fan, and getting the fan worked up at the fact that they were featured on her actual Facebook page as the coloring page of the day. So take a look at this. Ruth, colored by Ruth Baum. And right here, usually you're going to see that the person that colored it will actually comment on these actual things. So here is Sabine Lefebvre, or whatever it is, right here, colored by Sabine Lefebvre. And now Sabine says, thank you very much. I'm happy that you like my coloring. So to the fans, it's an honor that Jade, their savior, their coloring god, basically honored them and said, take a look at this. You colored this page of my art, and now you are featured on my Facebook page. So the fans are going bananas. The fans are coloring. The fans are sending in content for Jade to take and publish as her own, and them to be honored on her site, which is ingenious. So again, how did they get to know about this? Well, number one, it's either through her Facebook group and through her email newsletter, which notify the fans that not only her books have been released, but hey, send in your coloring page and we might just honor you as one of the best colors of the day. And that's almost every single one of her posts, other than when a brand new book is released. Now, when a brand new book is released, she will announce it on all of her platforms and let the fans know, hey, a brand new book is released, as well as her email newsletter, which notifies people that a brand new book is available. So again, she does the same thing on Instagram, does the same fan page, she repurposes content, and again, she notifies fans that her book is available. And same thing on Pinterest. She does the same thing across all platforms other than YouTube, because obviously YouTube is a little bit more challenging. It's a bit more personality based, and we don't know who Jade Summer is. For all we know, Jade Summer could be a bear living in Russia and really hibernating half the actual season. We don't actually know the identity of Jade Summer. I almost am tempted to say that Jade Summer is a dude, but hey, who knows? Maybe I haven't investigated much and maybe it's not a dude. And now lastly, the last and final thing that I wanted to show you, which is the most fascinating thing of all, is right on over here. So in order to show you this, I'm gonna have to log into Facebook. Okay, so I'm logged into Facebook, and now I'm gonna show you guys the goods. And I'm gonna show you something that a lot of the top brands are doing, but yet nobody ever sees this, or everybody fails to see this. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happens. And again, this is only, it depends when they do this. Now, a lot of the really big brands that are up and coming, I've seen they run this all the time, but let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So what we're gonna do is we are on Jade Summer's Facebook fan page, right? And we're going to scroll down. As like I said, you can see the coloring pages of the day right here to where it says page transparency. What you need to click on is you want to click on see all. And you can do this for any Facebook page out there to find out if they're doing the following thing. Now, notice, here's a couple things that you can find out. You can see her page history. You can see that this page has been around since 2016, which means for 4 years, she's actually been doing this. So for a lot of people, they're like, oh, I can't wait till I get to be like Jade Summer, or my God, Jade Summer is just so lucky. Like, she's got all these fans. She has worked at this shit. Like, she's been doing it for 4 freaking years, all this coloring page of the day and all the stuff that she posts. And again, the primary country region for people who manage this page, she's in the US. This page is not currently running ads. Like, that's obvious, right? Right now it says it's not running ads, but here is where this comes in really handy. There's something here that says go to ad library. If I click on that, I'm in the actual platform where it'll show what ads they've run in the past. And now the past doesn't go back that far, but I can't say this much. A few months ago, I was in here and I saw that they had run a set of ads. Now, whether or not those ads were successful, I will say this much. I guarantee that these ads actually generated emails. And what do they do with those emails? Well, it was pretty simple. This was where they actually sent all those emails. As you can see right here, it says download 100 pages for free. So this is 100 of their best coloring pages, all downloadable by you for a free PDF to anybody that signed up for this actual list. And as you can see, this is a much different actual page, bribing people to get 100 free coloring pages by Jade Summer, which can run upwards of $9.99 on Amazon. So people are very well aware, particularly people in the coloring niche that are huge fans of hers. So you can imagine how many email addresses they have. And now that's what they use to rank each and every one of their books to quite high BSRs, which at the end of the day equal out books that are actually coming out, that have people buying them, that have people leaving reviews on them, and that have all BSRs above 100K, which means money at the end of the day. So although I was able to show you one of their ads that's running in the past times, they have run them in the past. And in a future video, I will show you one of their actual competitors, which is currently still running ads. And this competitor is actually in the children's niche book. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing how Jade Summer has literally dominated the adult coloring book niche, is now slowly coming to practically every coloring niche that there is, all through the use of their email marketing and giving a lead magnet away to all their customers. So when they launch through email. That's the real gist of this actual video, is to create your own brand and create your own list outside of Amazon so that you too can launch the same way that Jade Summer does. That's the real secret to her actual success. So questions or comments below, I always personally answer, and I'll see you guys in the next video.